Hello everyone, I'm Great Luke, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 520 of Factorio with the C-Block mod, where we are just working on all the different shortages we have to make more yellow science, because that's what is limiting us from actually doing our faster than light research, at least at the moment. And also we are waiting for more green modules for, well, making the faster than light component that we need to launch into space. But that should be able to be done before all of the research is, so that's less of a problem. So between episodes, I went through all of our outposts and just had a look at what seemed to be the problems. We recently had a full cut up blackout of charcoal or carbon production. Both of them. No, we actually had cut charcoal. So just carbon production. And we have been trying to make sure that that can get going again and hopefully keep up. But it's still not able to. We need it for a bunch of basic electronic components that we also need more of, at least while we have too little carbon. While I went out and went through all of the outposts, I did just, in a lot of cases, cut a lot of beacons and reclaim some speed modules. And it seems like I've reclaimed a little bit too many from carbon. Because I do want to be able to consume the full 4 builds from the charcoal chain. So these should never back up, and they are. So if we have 3 of these between each with full modules, we should be good. Just out of curiosity, what are the ratios here? Unlink, please. 100 of this comes from 66. So it's not like 1 to 2 or anything like that, or 1 to 1. Get more than 4 builds of output. I was considering adding more charcoal and then just trying to combine these builds, but we might just have to add another station. Output station, I mean. We could also go and actually make sure that we produce charcoal fast enough, because we didn't have all of the modules needed for that, but I do now after reclaiming some. So let's make sure that some of these belts are more full. I guess we will copy this out here as well. Do we have that on the other side? Actually, no. We could though. But then we should just add another setup rather than trying to get as much out of these setups as possible, I guess. Right, so this should become a lot better. But I don't really think we have that much of a shortage of charcoal compared to everything else. Just want to see if we have trains coming, but we have one coming. No, that's going to solder charcoal. And all others are standing still. Good. So we are going to be able to just back up a little bit of the charcoal. I do want to make more carbon, just to be sure that we have enough, and it's not like we need a lot of machines to duplicate this or anything. But first of all, I would like enough charcoal here. So one of the trains up there had charcoal, and it was waiting for a full cargo or 120 seconds. Let's see which one of those it reached first. 28,000, that's not a full cargo. It's about half a cargo. But that was at the slow of the stations, I think. So it should go here next, and that's a lot faster. But hey, we're still gonna need more charcoal, so we are just gonna make another station with 8 builds of output. We don't want to have to come back here again to fix this, unless we need charcoal or something. Which wouldn't be here. But question is, if we want to truncate the output, oh, what do we call it? Just limit the output to how much input we have. So 4 belts in, 4 belts out. Or we want to have not entirely full belts of output. So 4 belts become 8 belt. Or if we want to do rebalancing of these belts. And then merge more belts in. It might just be that last one. If we end up with 12 belts plus 1/3, that should be 16 belts of output, which would be 2 of these stations. It will take a bunch of splitters to merge those belts correctly, but I'd rather do that than have 3 of these output stations, I think. Could also make a update to this setup where we had more than one line of charcoal going in and carbon coming out. Actually, why isn't it just consuming a full belt of charcoal? Because that would be more than a belt of output. We will make something new, I think, for the new belts, not the old ones. Did we get the train over here yet? No? Please come over here. But we're actually not running out this time, so that's good news. Are we using all of the charcoal? No. So I still haven't put enough beacons back in. I guess I was just too liberal with getting rid of those. Oh well. It might be because of... Wait, these loads here. That's why. Or maybe that's why. They are not covering a lot of machines. Then we at least should not have enough. And we don't. And then I think I'll just remove this again, because now our steam is actually being sped up again. And that should be quite enough. Good. And we might even be able to remove one more, but let's give it a little bit of time. I missed the train now that I wanted. No, it's right here. Stop. Copy. Paste. Now we might actually need more charcoal, but we will see, I guess. One step at a time. Let's actually do all of the math here again. If we have... I just want 60 of this for output. Or we could go for 75. Or green belt, but no. Let's continue with purple belt. It's gotten us this far. We have 6, or at least so far 6 beacons covering this. And that's for both of these. We need 2, 3, and that's what we've actually been doing here. And even if this is blue, it's still 2. Yes. And we just need 40 in. So every 2 belts should make 3 belts of output. So we should get 6 belts out of here. Should mean that we can still need to do more stuff. Wait, this is the wrong way around as well. This is how we do it. Yes. This is gonna be annoying though. So then we want this belt to merge with that. Really wish there was productivity involved in this, but no. Could just add 2 more of these stations, then I don't have to worry about this. I think that simplicity is just worth it. Good. So. We get in. Let's just start with the 4 belts. These 2 belts will produce 3 belts. Nah. So we can get 6 belts out of this, so we should just... But then again, no, we're going to do the same thing, except that we want to stack these a little bit more horizontally, I think. If we can manage that. It would be very simple to just copy-paste this twice, but that's a lot of space needed for that. Do we get more steam out than we get water in? No, so we can have some of these at the end. This is just gonna mean less beacons needed, that's why I want to make this longer, and less... Well, overall less space needed, as it won't be as long as the setup. Okay, so we need more space. But hey, we can use all the space out here. Because we don't really need these belts anyway. Sure. So that is enough, right? We get 1200 from this? Yes, exactly. We'll see with how we do the inputs. Actually, now we should get more than 6 beacons hitting all of this. Because we will need more than just 3. So we can probably cut these off. I'm gonna assume that's possible at least. How are we gonna manage inputs and outputs? How about loading and unloading everything over here? Is that doable? This needs to merge with this though. So maybe we just do that like this. And then input and input. And then... Oh wait, what? What am I doing? I want this power down here for now. I guess we do need power up here somewhere, but it can be far away. Input, input, somehow. And we need at the most 2 belts in here. There's no space here for this though, so maybe we just make a little bit extra space here. Something like this. I need even more though. Is there a reason why I want to do this with underground? Also, this can't go under in the same way as this can. So that one doesn't go there, we just have a belt out here instead. Which means that this one can just come out this way. I guess this belt will come from there then. So we have 2 belts of input and we have 2 belts of output. That should be good enough for both input and output, I think. Right. Am I wrong? So we can take this and just move it up against the beacons up here. And then maybe this is enough, maybe not, we'll see. Still do this to get it out of there. After this we will have lost 1 full belt at least. That goes here. And I need belt. Did we send our train home at some point? Yes. Luckily that's pretty close. So isn't one of these the same thing? No? Okay. So that makes us 2 full belts out of less than 2 belts. We will just copy paste this. 2, 3, 4. That's 8 belts, so we actually want another 4. Take another 4 of these bales into another 8 belts of output, something like that. Unless we actually do update all of this at some point. Because if we just make sure that everything is fast enough, then the first setup should just take, or make a full belt, so we don't have to do any balancing or anything like that. And the last episode, or the last things shouldn't get anything. Right. So we just need 6 setups in total to give us... No, wait, what? Yes, to give us 6 belt of output. And then we have extra lines available. And that should take all of the charcoal. Okay, I'm actually confident enough that we can just remove all of this stuff. I want to try it. And this will have to be redone, so we need the belt. We need this somewhere. To manage... No, wait, we don't have any splitters out here to balance anything. So it can really just be anywhere we want it. Water. I guess we should just align this water line. Just 2 tiles though. And then realize we're too close here. Nice. So we'll just undo that. And move our water out a little bit. Good. And then make our 2 lines of water here. Out of explosives apparently. And that is a little bit far away, but never mind that. Do we have explosives in here? No. So undo that. You power everything. And these reach each other. Now they can. Just can't do that. Okay. So we need both of these, I guess. Actually, this can go here, but that's still not enough. So I guess I just prefer to have them all up there. Spaced out somewhat evenly. Fully evenly in, even. Okay, the input here doesn't need these. So after this we lose the belt. Let's continue a little bit. will all be redone. This will as well. So will this. Let's focus on actually getting some charcoal, carbon out of here again. So this should just be copy-pasteful all the way down. 2 belts of output, 4 belts of output, 6 belts of output. So that's the first 4 belts. Which means we lose a belt there. These should be fine to just input like this. They will balance themselves out, I would think. How come these are backing up? That shouldn't happen, but that's because we are mostly using one side of the belts. Even though it's a loader, it doesn't balance the input. It takes more from one side of the belt, which is really annoying. Because then we can't do this like I want to. Or at least we will have to use a lot more splitters. That should work, right? No? Wait, that's because the output is not fast enough, because we don't have enough beacons. And apparently we still don't have enough beacons. Is that because of the steam? Apparently, yes. Actually, don't save any beacons for this unless we can remove the front one. Now we're running at full speed. Now the belts are full. What happens if we remove this? Still have 1, 2, 3, 6 beacons covering everything, and 5 covering almost everything, and 6 covering half of it. So it's good still, it seems. Great. Even these belts are full. Good. So we can take the next 4 belts and make another 6 output belts. It's the water in it, of course. And of course I didn't have any more. We'll just get this one down and then we can figure it out, I guess. Sure, something like that. So that should be another 6 belts of output. 4 belts of input. And then if we take another 4 belts of input, we should get 18 belts of output. That's more than 16 belts, though. I'm not sure how I expected this to actually turn out, but whatever. Oh, these are not going there, they're going down here. Output of here. These inputs are a little bit difficult to get to, I guess. Could take these from over here then, or bring these output belts further over. Can't reach that far. Let's keep these at the same distance always. Oh, and then inputs from here. Well, these will still come from further down. I guess we'll go under here or something. And we're just using the same thing. We want to put these two here? No, we're still using from these, so that's not. So you should redecide soon? Yes, good. How come one build here is not getting anything? Because I didn't remove these. Okay. Then these two belts go into here. These can, the outputs here can actually go out. Into here. So these can go out one tile. Wish I had just made a little bit more space between these belts, but whatever, it's done. And then we just need the last 3 setups. Actually, we just need 2 of the last 3 because we don't have more than 4 bolts more available. Don't need any belts in here, so it can just go full length. Are these full length? Yes. I guess we could have just checked that here. Good. And then we take this. Base here. Bit of underground. Finish it. And apparently some steam thingies. Boilers. And then the outputs go over here. Might need more belt again. Let's not put artifacts in there. This one comes from here, or around here at least. And then we might just make one more output base to take the last 2 belts. Or we could just live with this. We'll see. We want more. We already have more than twice the amount of output. At least if we had these boilers available, but I guess... Why don't we just cut these? Save these. And then be happy with our 16 belts of output now. As long as we have enough charcoal. It's still not really... Well, wait, yes, this has a lot of charcoal. I think I will just duplicate one of these trains. Just to make sure that we always get enough down here. You... So... Really shouldn't have an input problem, but still. Is this stuff not full? Seems to be getting full now though, but only just. That's just because it's only just getting enough steam, but of course this is only exactly making enough steam that we should get 4 belts. So they should just be full now. Then how come we have small holes? One of the machines must be building up a backup. All of them are. But they're already there, so this should get enough steam. Unless this is just lower than 1200, but it's not. Of course, we could have put 2 of these and a pipe or a storage tank in the middle to make sure that they got enough. But we could also just ignore the small holes here and just call it belts. But then this is also a problem. Oh well, never mind. They're full enough. I can't be too pedantic about this. We have a lot of charcoal. And we have a lot of carbon. Hopefully that will result in a lot of basic electronic components. Let's call that one done. Basic electronic components. We are making those at 2 locations here, where we have enough carbon, only just though, and we're going to run though. And we have train problems there. Let's go and fix those. And let's get rid of some of these things though. And not enough. Actually, we could just bring a lot of this carbon with us to the BECs, since that's what we're going to need down there. Here we are. We did just receive some more meanwhile. But we need to fix these stairs. Hopefully we have enough rail for this. But we don't. And my train is far away, so it's faster to just go home, I think. We have enough resources here to make, what, 16 more belts of basic electronic components if we wanted to. Because we're only using half of the copper, half of the tin, and only 1/4 of this stuff. So maybe we should just set that up and see if we need any machines to actually do it. Gotta say, I'm actually pretty impressed with getting 8 or 16 belts out of a small setup like this. As well as managing inputs, of course. But we had everything for that, yes. Copper in. Why does this not have the output seal? What? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because this one had to go under further. Then what's up here? Oh, this one didn't have to do that. Okay. I guess. What? Why? Why are these not just identical? think I just want that rather than anything else. What about the outputs? Should they also be in here? Or is that okay to have further out? Good. And these go in around the copper, so yeah. 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 Is that right? Yes. Should have 16 volts of output, if I'm not wrong. And didn't do anything stupid. But we needed more rail for this. It's just inserters and rail and chests. Maybe we should actually call the train. We should have done that at the first time we thought about it. And we're gonna need more build again, dang it. And then I'm out of underground build as well. Anything else we can do while waiting for the train? I guess we could just get all of this set up for robots. They should be fast enough at this point, right? Take that to finish a little bit here, though. No, apparently not, because of course the robots are doing that job. that aligned? No. B. Oh. Vineyard? Yes, good. Is that enough rail though? I hope so. Help, please. Wait until we get in the middle of everything before doing everything else. I think that should make it a little bit faster. That should be a lot more basic electronic components. And this space I don't think will ever run out. How many trains limit do we have here? About one for each of these. I guess we want the same for the other station. The old one where we don't produce as many. That's not it. Down here. I mean, wouldn't I rather have them come up here? At least right now I would, but I'm not sure if that's going to stay the case. Give me some of those and some of these. And then we're actually done. We have more trains than we have spots available now though, so maybe we do need to keep these at 2. Okay, so that's basic electronics, hopefully not a problem anymore. Then we can start thinking about electronic circuits, because they were also a problem for advanced circuits and stuff. But it might all have been because of the lack of carbon, of course. And it's all supposed to end up going into yellow science, and we're still not producing this because of processing units. You can get a bit more time for processing units because you are the most important. And also, we should add another train just to get even more priority to yellow science. I will just go and do that right now. Do we not still need blue artifacts? I think everything but purple and red is something we might need, so let's not put those into junk. Hey, where am I? Yellow is right over here. The reason why we don't get a lot of advanced processing units, sorry, is that we have a train that goes to 3 different stations. or at least 2 different stations. If we just go to one station, we get by there more often and thus get more processing units out. Full all time. Again, this is a prioritized train, so give it a bit more time. And yellow science. Y is where in the alphabet? Oh, it's not processing yellow. Science stuff 3, I believe. And you can go until you're empty, except you need the other stuff in. But then if you're not empty after 30 seconds, you can just leave. So. Oh, it's yellow science stuff 2. Wrong one. You still haven't gotten into processing units. The one going to modules is going in first. We will go to processing units and prioritize the wagon for yellow science, so the rear one. That should get all of the output if there's not more than one belt of output, I guess. Output priority left, output priority right. This one doesn't matter. Yes, it does. This one needs to be right. This one needs to be right. And then everything should go over here. And this can be left and left. Get everything. That is the only real shortage here, right? We have plenty of rubies, batteries, silicon powder, or silicon nitrate, or whatever it's called, steel, and insulated wire. All of this is good. Yes. Only this. Now the problem is that this is not allowed to input everything. It's not allowed to fill the chests, but maybe that's okay. So when these get full enough that their contents divided by -24 is below 100, then the other train wagons will get a little bit as well. That's fine. I think 2 trains coming here is good enough to keep it empty anyway. Why does one belt here seem less full than the other? Or why is it just more full now? Did we lack some resources? We have plenty of integrated electronics. We might... No, we have plenty of transistors, basic electronic components. Titanium. Advanced circuits, of course, is still a problem here. apparently lack something here. Or have been lacking something. We are outputting from this server as well now. Is it green circuits? We're low on those on one side, but that shouldn't be it. Aluminium is fine right now. Transistors are fine. Basic electronic components are low on this one, so that's why. I have 3 trains coming for these 2 stations, right? I believe so. And that should be good enough. If they're going to the right stations, at least. Is there a problem with limiting these stations to only receiving 1 train each? If a train sits here, and another train is scheduled for this, then when this leaves, the other train going here will just reschedule to here, right? And then no train basically will ever go here unless it's coming right in after the other one. Maybe. We'll see if that's actually how it goes. But yeah, we have a problem with advanced circuits. I have 16,000 coming this time. I think that's a lot better than it has been earlier, but then we might end up sitting behind other trains for the next run. Or maybe not. I think science is disabled. Purple science I don't think is disabled yet, but I might have limited the production here. Electronic circuits, so green circuits are low here for some reason. But that should only run until we have enough for the last research. Purple, we need, I think it's 160,000. 53, 105, 156. Wait, what? We have 200,000. No, that's pink. Purple. 41, 83, 126, 160. We can turn that off for sure. So I do want to go and do that. Just so we don't have to deliver more advanced circuits and stuff up there. It's a resource sink. I was also looking at sulfuric acid at some point, and that's still lacking, I think. Yeah, we need more wastewater at this point, it seems. Which is a little sad, but that's just how it is. Oh, science. Oh dear, we have a lot of... Yeah, so I have been trying to limit this a little bit, but... Oops. Start. Now we are going to just limit these fully. And then I'll take that if possible. If I put a lot of these into my junk, do we have storage here? That is not reserved. No robots are coming? Good. So then I can fit more processing units in here. And having limited these, we'll just paste it onto all of these others. And then the trains will never leave here. At least not the input trains. You can just stop. You can go deliver what you have. Same with you. Can come and steal more processing units if we want, but I'm just gonna go deliver these 2 yellow signs. Apparently we just got some processing units, but that makes sense after we added another train. What did? Yeah, that was for here we added that train, right? Yes, it was. Good. So now we're getting somewhere again, finally. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.